Hi, I'm Kostya. Today, the secret to perfect chicken broth in 27 minutes. With a weaker stove, prep takes longer, but the method's speed is revolutionary. And what's more, we'll turn it into a hearty noodle soup with mirepoix and the aroma of porcini mushrooms, all within 35 minutes. Let's begin. Start with max heat on the sauté pan, boost mode on high. Meanwhile, generously but not excessively, season the chicken thigh fillet with fine pink salt on the smooth side. Why pink? Its minerals deepen the flavor. As soon as the bottom of the sauté pan is scorching hot, add a high smoke point oil, spread it, and place the chicken smooth side down. The secret to an even sear: occasionally swirl the pan to shift the pieces. This helps the fat render evenly and prevents burning. Wait for a beautiful golden amber sear. This hue gives the broth umami depth. Gently flip. In about a minute and a half, when the second side is lightly browned, turn off the heat. Add icy water and return to max heat. The cold instantly tightens the meat's surface, forcing out juices, collagen, and aroma into the broth. At the first signs of boiling, add the soy sauce specified in the recipe, as it contains 29% shiitake mushroom extract. The hot water will release the extract, saturating the broth with that distinct fifth note of umami. Cover with a lid, bring to a good boil, reduce the heat. I've set it to 5 out of 9 and set a timer for 20 minutes. So, while making the broth, the boil should be like this. Exactly 20 minutes later, remove the chicken meat. It's perfectly cooked. There you have it, our champion. 27 minutes from start to perfect broth on my stove. Even if your prep took an extra 5 to 10 minutes, compare that to the hours by the stove from old recipes. That's progress. If you want, you can freeze the broth using, for example, ice cube trays. Such a flavor cube will transform any soup, sauce, or hot dish. For an amazing chicken soup with porcini flavor, use the broth method from before. When you start the 20-minute timer, dice a carrot small. First into coins, then matchsticks, then cubes. Start sautéing with 2 tablespoons oil over medium-high heat. I'm at 7.5 out of 9, stirring occasionally. This cut allows for quick caramelization and will transfer its sweetness to the oil rapidly. While the carrot embarks on its journey to goldenness, don't waste a second. Immediately also dice the celery into small cubes. Add it to the carrots and again, stirring occasionally, continue sautéing them together. Feel the aroma changing? The sweet nutty notes of carrot are joined by the fresh, slightly herbal and piquant hints of celery. This is the beginning of a complex flavor base. Next, the secret weapon for depth: finely diced caramelized onion. Its magical shift from pungent and raw to a flavor bomb is detailed in a separate video, link in the description. Next, finely chopped fresh parsley. For the purest flavor, use only the tender leaves. Once the carrot and celery are 60% done, the carrot has noticeably softened at the edges and started turning golden. The celery has lost its raw crunch and turned translucent around the edges. Add the caramelized onion. Feel the aroma transform instantly? The nutty, herbal sweetness of carrot and celery meets the deep, smoky sweetness of onion. A powerful, complex bouquet, the foundation of the perfect soup. Keep sautéing, stirring frequently. After 14 minutes of simmering, add the noodles and arrange them in an even layer. This will allow them to cook evenly. Cover with a lid and turn the heat to maximum. Once boiling, reduce heat to 5 and set a timer for 6 minutes. When the veggies are 80% done, the carrot is deep golden, almost orange, and soft all over. The celery is translucent with a rich golden olive hue. The onion has deeper, almost chocolate brown caramel spots. Remove this aromatic base from the pan. Reduce heat to medium, I've set it to 5, and add the butter. When the foam has mostly settled and the butter gives a soft, gentle crackle, add the flour. Stir constantly for 3 minutes. You must keep stirring. The flour can lump up or scorch. Our goal is a smooth, uniform paste. The key moment: after 3 minutes, give or take, when the color matches the video, a deep, sandy or light golden brown, and the smell is warm, nutty with no raw flour scent but no burnt notes either, add the secret ingredient, porcini powder, and heat through while stirring constantly. Feel that powerful, earthy, woodsy aroma of porcini filling the air? That's not magic, it's technique. In 30 seconds, remove from heat, or better yet, from the pan. After 20 minutes of the broth boiling, remove the chicken carefully. Immediately remove the noodles and let the broth cool. Immediately, shred the warm chicken into juicy, tender strands using your preferred method. Once the broth cools to 80 degrees Celsius, steam is visible, but no bubbles. Add the roux in 3 stages, stirring after each until it's perfectly dissolved without a single lump. A whisk is your main ally here. Use it. Once the roux dissolves into a velvety base, add salt. Set the heat to medium-high. I'm using 7 out of 9 and heat for 3 minutes, stirring constantly. During this time, the roux will fully develop its thickening power. The soup will gain a perfect, rich consistency, and all the flavors will fully meld into a harmonious blend. That's the perfect consistency. The broth is velvety and coats the spoon. Return 80% of the veggies. Next, add most of the chicken to the soup. Picture it soaking up the hot broth, becoming even more tender and flavorful. After stirring, add the noodles. While stirring gently, heat for 1 minute. This is enough to heat all components through and for the noodles to turn tender, absorbing the flavors without overcooking. The chicken noodle soup with Mirepoix and Porcini aroma is ready. Let it rest for a minute to cool to about 70 degrees Celsius. Add coarsely ground black pepper. The temperature will allow the pepper to unfold its piquant complexity and aroma without bitterness, just warm, deep notes. Right after the pepper, the final touch of freshness. Add the chopped parsley. A quick stir and it's done. This isn't just food, it's a flavor journey you've crafted with your own hands. Ladle it into bowls, call your loved ones, and let the whole world wait. Close your eyes. Take the first spoonful. I assure you, this union of the broth's depth, the Mirepoix's sweetness, the porcini's earthiness, the chicken's tenderness, and the parsley's freshness will create the most delicious chicken soup of your life. For texture lovers, right before serving, garnish each bowl with a pinch of the reserved crispy Mirepoix. This final touch of freshly sautéed veggies will add a delightful contrast to the tender soup and intensify the aroma with the very first bite.